On January 13, 2006, five men walked into the Banco Rio branch in Acasuso, a quiet suburb of Buenos Aires, Argentina. Armed and masked, they appeared to be launching a standard armed robbery. But what followed was anything but standard. It turned into one of the smartest, most theatrical, and successful bank heists in South American history. Around 12:30 p.m., the robbers entered the bank, fired shots into the air, and took 23 people hostage. Within minutes, police surrounded the building. A tense 6-hour standoff began. The robbers demanded negotiators, food, and even pizza, giving every sign that this was a desperate and chaotic robbery. Meanwhile, the police had no idea that beneath their feet, something much more clever was happening. While the police believed they were negotiating with unstable criminals, the robbers were calmly emptying 147 safe deposit boxes in the basement vault. Unbeknownst to anyone, they had spent months digging a tunnel that led from a storm drain to directly beneath the bank's vault. Inside the vault, they used tools smuggled in beforehand to open the boxes and collect cash, gold, and jewelry worth over $20 million. They even left behind a note inside the vault. In a neighborhood of rich people, without weapons or grudges, it's just money, not love. Then, at the peak of the police standoff, they vanished. Around 3 p.m., police stormed the building and found no robbers, just the hostages, who were unharmed and stunned. The gang had escaped through the tunnel into the sewer system, got into inflatable boats, and disappeared into the Buenos Aires underground. It took weeks for police to understand what had really happened. Eventually, after a tip from an ex-girlfriend of one of the thieves, the gang was caught over a year later. The mastermind, Fernando Araujo, was a sculptor and martial arts enthusiast who spent 6 months planning the heist and orchestrated it like a work of performance art. He and most of the gang were arrested and served time, but most of the money was never recovered. The Banco Rio heist is now legendary in Argentina and inspired the hit Netflix movie El Robo del Siglo, the heist of the century. It remains one of the most theatrical and flawlessly executed heists ever, carried out without a single shot fired, using disguises, distraction, and a tunnel.